Hello there, YouTube. I figured it was high time I do an introduction video telling you about who I am and what I do. So my name is Ashley. I am a tarot reader, Rocky Mountain Witch, and overall wolf child of Wolfchild Magic. I came to tarot in 2016. Tarot is kind of the bread and butter of my services, of my offerings. It is the anchor point, my North Star. When I first found tarot, I was in my dark night of the soul. I was working at an animal shelter. I was dealing with severe burnout. I was not engaging with the hobbies or interests that really move me, on some of the deepest of levels, like writing specifically. I went to school for writing. I almost went on to get a master's. I didn't. The universe had plans for me to find tarot, and I'm so glad that it did. But still, I was not engaging with any sort of writing that I needed in order to process the things I was going through. I almost lost my most precious relationship, which is to my grizzly bear, who you will see in upcoming videos. But every relationship was frayed. Everything in my external life was frayed because it was a mirror to my internal self, and it wasn't pretty. Also in 2016, I was fostering some kittens from a previous animal shelter that I had worked at, and unfortunately, we lost one of the babies. That physical death triggered all these metaphorical deaths within me to happen. It triggered all these things that I was trying to hold back and keep at bay to just come forward like a dam breaking. It is one of the hardest things I still have ever gone through because I finally had to acknowledge all the death that was happening to me while I was grieving a physical death at the same time. So as I was processing, I still wasn't leaning on loved ones. I wasn't leaning into things I loved, like my poetry. And normally, my status quo, if you will, was to pivot, was to distract, was to find something else to do, to engage in. And I was like, well, I'll just learn tarot. I will just learn how to read tarot. And those first readings, once I learned what the cards meant, those first readings were just me sobbing on my floor and finally coming home into myself, like feeling my body and my spirit for the first time, like, hi, Ashley, how are you? It's nice to finally meet you. That's what it felt like. It felt like an introduction to myself that I've never had before. And now that is what I offer. That moment I knew this is what I want to do with the rest of my life. I want to help other wild spirits, other spiritual people, other heathens, pagans. I want all of us to find each other in the wolf pack, but also, and most importantly, to come home to our wild spirits. We don't have full control over hardly anything in this world, but we're also not powerless. As we stand and as we look at the ecosystem in front of us, we recognize where we can actually make a mark. We recognize where we are unique, where we are sovereign, where we are beautiful, where we are messy. Being a wild spirit means that we also take accountability. It means that we take ownership. It means that we do not deny and try to push away like I was doing. Being a wild spirit means embracing the messiness of ourselves, the divine within, but also recognizing the physical actions that we can and should do to make our lives better for ourselves. So that is exactly what I focus on with all of my services, but again, specifically with my tarot and my oracle readings. I focus on where are you wild? Where are you sovereign? And as one wolf child to another wolf child, it is great to see you rewild and come home even a little bit more in the concrete jungle. So if you are looking to read wilds, if you are looking for a tarot reading that'll help you come home to yourself and you need an ally in that process, please go to my website, wolfchildmagic.com, or you can email me at wolfchildmagic@gmail.com if you have any questions at all. One of the things to look to is at my policies and code of ethics, because that lays out exactly what I will and will not do in a reading, what I will or will not read on, and that is just to make sure that you and I are a good fit. And I hope we are. Keep howling.